What's up, gearheads? Welcome back to the channel, where we get into everything that revs, roars, and rolls. Today, we're diving into a hot debate that's been raging for decades: diesel versus gasoline. Now, when you think about engine power, efficiency, and that sweet driving feel, which one comes out on top? Is it the classic gasoline engine, with its smooth revs and widespread use? Or does diesel reign supreme with its fuel efficiency and torque-heavy power? This is a debate that divides even the most hardcore car fans, so we're going to break it down: performance, fuel efficiency, maintenance, and even the sound of these engines. Because let's be real, that's a big deal too. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's get ready to find out. Which engine type is king, diesel or gasoline? Before we get into the performance and experience of driving a diesel or gasoline car, let's start with some basics. What's the real difference between these two engine types? First up, gasoline engines. They've been around since the 19th century, and if you're driving a car right now, chances are it's running on gas. Gasoline engines use spark plugs to ignite the air-fuel mixture inside the combustion chamber, causing small explosions that power the engine. These explosions are quick and clean, which is why gas engines tend to rev higher and sound smoother. On the other side, diesel engines work a little differently. Diesel engines rely on compression to ignite the fuel. Instead of using spark plugs, they compress the air inside the chamber to such high pressure and temperature that when the diesel fuel is injected, it combusts. This method creates a slower burn, and because diesel fuel contains more energy per gallon than gasoline, these engines produce more torque but lower RPMs. Diesel engines, developed by Rudolf Diesel in the 1890s, were originally intended to be more efficient, and they definitely are, but we'll get to that later. So, here's the basic takeaway: gasoline engines give you that quick, responsive feel, while diesel engines are all about torque and efficiency. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, so let's move on to performance. Alright, now let's talk about the thing that gets all of us car enthusiasts hyped: performance. We all know it's not just about how fast you can go, but how your car feels on the road. Starting with gasoline engines, these babies are built for speed. Gasoline engines are lighter and rev higher, making them ideal for sports cars and sedans that need to accelerate quickly. Think about the Ferrari 488 or even your average Honda Civic. These cars are designed for quick response, zipping through traffic, and high-revving action. You step on the gas, and you feel that immediate pull. That's the beauty of a gas engine. On the other hand, diesel engines are all about torque. And what's torque? It's that force that gets you moving from a standstill, or helps you haul a heavy load up a hill. That's why you see diesel engines in trucks, buses, and heavy-duty vehicles. If you've ever driven a Ford F-250 Super Duty or a Ram 3500, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Diesel engines don't rev as high as gas engines, but they make up for it with their ability to pull, and pull some more. You might not get off the line as fast, but when you're climbing a hill with a trailer behind you, diesel wins hands down. But here's the thing: modern diesel engines have gotten a lot better at performance, and gas engines have gotten more efficient. For example, cars like the BMW 3 Series diesel combine the torque and fuel efficiency of a diesel engine with sporty handling, giving you a taste of both worlds. So, if you're all about quick acceleration, high-revving engines, and speed, gasoline is your best friend. But if you need something that can handle heavy loads or offer low-end grunt, diesel engines reign supreme. Okay, let's dive into a topic that matters whether you're a car enthusiast or just trying to save a few bucks at the pump: fuel efficiency. Now, I'm sure you've heard that diesel engines are more fuel efficient than gasoline, but why is that the case? Here's the deal: diesel fuel contains more energy per gallon than gasoline, which means that diesel engines can go further on the same amount of fuel. On average, a diesel engine will get about 20 to 30% better fuel economy than its gasoline counterpart. That's a huge win for long-distance drivers or anyone looking to maximize their MPG. For example, the Volkswagen Golf TDI can get around 45 to 50 miles per gallon on the highway. Compare that to a gasoline-powered car in the same class, and you're looking at about 35 to 40 mpg. Over time, those savings can really add up, especially if you do a lot of highway driving. But here's where gasoline engines fight back. Modern gas engines are becoming increasingly efficient thanks to advancements in technology like turbocharging and direct fuel injection. Take something like the Ford EcoBoost engines, for example. These gasoline engines are able to achieve impressive MPG while still delivering solid performance. The Ford F-150 with a 3.5L EcoBoost can get up to 25 mpg on the highway, which isn't too far behind its diesel counterpart. So, in the fuel efficiency category, diesel still takes the crown, especially for long-distance driving or when fuel economy is your top priority. But gasoline engines are catching up, and for the average driver who sticks to city commuting, the gap is narrowing. Now, here's where things get interesting: maintenance. Because let's face it, no matter how much fun a car is to drive, the real pain comes when you've got to fork over cash for repairs and upkeep. So, which engine type is easier on your wallet in the long run, gasoline or diesel? Let's start with gasoline engines. These are typically cheaper to maintain because they're more common and simpler to work on. Parts for gasoline engines are more readily available, and most mechanics are highly experienced with them. Oil changes, spark plug replacements, and routine maintenance are all fairly affordable. Plus, gas engines tend to require fewer specialized tools, so labor costs can be lower too. Diesel engines, on the other hand, are built to be more durable, especially for heavy-duty use. But here's the catch: when something goes wrong, it tends to be more expensive. Diesel engines are more complex, and the parts are generally pricier. For example, diesel fuel injectors, turbochargers, and even basic oil changes can cost more compared to gasoline engines. And because diesel engines use compression ignition instead of spark plugs, you're dealing with a whole different set of maintenance requirements. That said, diesel engines are built to last longer. It's not uncommon to see diesel trucks with 300,000 miles on them still going strong. So while the upfront and repair costs may be higher, diesel engines can outlast gasoline engines if well maintained. Bottom line? If you're looking for lower maintenance costs in the short term, gasoline engines are your best bet. But if you're planning to keep your vehicle for a long time and don't mind spending more on repairs when they come up, a diesel engine could be the better long-term investment. Alright, let's shift gears and talk about something that's been gaining a lot of attention lately: the environment. As we all know, vehicles have a significant impact on air quality and carbon emissions, so how do diesel and gasoline engines stack up in this department? In the past, diesel engines were notorious for producing a lot of particulate matter, those nasty black soot clouds you'd see coming from older diesel trucks. But thanks to advancements in diesel particulate filters, DPF, and selective catalytic reduction, SCR, systems, modern diesel engines are much cleaner than they used to be. In fact, when properly equipped, diesel engines can produce less CO2 than gasoline engines because they burn fuel more efficiently. However, gasoline engines generally produce fewer nitrogen oxides, NOx, which are harmful pollutants that contribute to smog and respiratory problems. This is one area where gasoline engines still have the upper hand. Plus, with the rise of hybrid and electric gasoline-powered vehicles, gasoline engines are becoming greener. So, while modern diesels are cleaner than ever, gasoline engines tend to be slightly better for everyday emissions unless you're driving a newer diesel with advanced emissions controls. So after breaking it all down, which engine type reigns supreme, diesel or gasoline? Well, the answer isn't so simple because it really comes down to what you value most. If you're all about speed, quick acceleration, and low maintenance costs, then gasoline engines are still your go-to. They're great for city driving, lighter vehicles, and just zipping around town. But if you want torque, fuel efficiency, and an engine that's built to last, especially for long hauls or towing, diesel is hard to beat. You get that low-end grunt, better MPG, and a durability that gasoline engines can't quite match. So, which one is your favorite? Diesel or gasoline? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for more awesome content. Whether you're a diesel fan or a gasoline lover, we've got you covered here on the channel. Until next time, keep those engines roaring.